breaking news coming into the newsroom. Actress Shelley Duvall has died.
Just a few minutes ago, we received news of the sudden death of Shelley Duvall, often regarded as Hollywood's most eccentric actress. Although the cause of death has been confirmed, her tragic past leads many to suspect that Hollywood's relentless exploitation hastened her departure. The chilling ordeal of working with director Stanley Kubrick, detailed in this video, is believed to be an indirect cause of Shelley Duvall's tragic end. What are you waiting for? Let's delve into her story. Shelley Duvall, once a luminous figure in Hollywood known for her roles in iconic films like The Shining and Popeye, found herself thrust into the spotlight once again in 2016, but for deeply troubling reasons. Her appearance on the Dr. Phil show that year sparked widespread concern and controversy, shedding light on her deteriorating mental and physical health. During the interview with Dr. Phil McGraw, Duvall appeared disheveled and distressed, exhibiting signs of paranoia and fear. She expressed beliefs that she was being targeted and threatened by various entities, suggesting a profound state of mental distress. Refusing offers of assistance from Dr. Phil, she appeared resistant to conventional help, further complicating the efforts to support her. The decision to air the interview itself became a point of contention, with many questioning the ethics of broadcasting such a vulnerable moment. Critics argued that the public airing of Duvall's fragile mental state exploited her condition for entertainment purposes, rather than providing genuine support and understanding. Others, however, argued that the interview shed much-needed light on the challenges faced by individuals grappling with severe mental health issues, highlighting the complexities of fame and its toll on personal well-being. Shelley Duvall's career, which had once flourished with her distinctive presence on screen, had gradually faded from the limelight in the decades following her acclaimed performances. Her talent and unique charm captivated audiences in the 1970s and 1980s, particularly in her collaborations with visionary directors like Stanley Kubrick and Robert Altman. Her role as Wendy Torrance in Kubrick's psychological horror masterpiece, The Shining, remains a haunting portrayal etched in cinematic history. Shelley Duvall's experiences during the filming of The Shining and Time Bandits offer a stark contrast to the glamorous facade often associated with Hollywood. Her candid revelations to Roger Ebert in 1980 shed light on the grueling challenges she faced behind the scenes, illustrating the often harsh realities of filmmaking. The Shining, directed by Stanley Kubrick, stands as a seminal work in horror cinema, known for its atmospheric tension and iconic performances. Yet, for Duvall, the production was a harrowing ordeal that tested her endurance both physically and emotionally. In her interview with Ebert, she described the filming process as excruciating, having to maintain a high emotional intensity day after day. Her character, Wendy Torrance, spends much of the film in a state of terror, a performance that demands constant emotional strain. Duvall's portrayal required her to cry for extensive periods, sometimes up to 12 hours a day over 9 months of filming. This relentless demand on her emotions took a toll, pushing her to the brink of exhaustion. The infamous baseball bat scene, where her character confronts Jack Nicholson's deranged Jack Torrance, reportedly required 127 takes, a staggering number that reflects Kubrick's exacting standards and commitment to achieving his vision. Moreover, Kubrick's directorial methods included intentionally isolating Duvall from the rest of the cast, heightening her sense of vulnerability and isolation on screen. This isolation was not merely a narrative device, but contributed to the psychological strain Duvall experienced during the shoot. The stress became so intense that Duvall began losing clumps of hair, a physical manifestation of the emotional turmoil she endured. Despite her dedicated and nuanced performance, Duvall felt overshadowed by the acclaim directed towards Jack Nicholson's portrayal of Jack Torrance. In her interview with Ebert, she expressed frustration that her own contributions to the film seemed overlooked in favor of Kubrick and Nicholson, highlighting a common narrative in Hollywood where female performances are often marginalized or overshadowed by male counterparts. Beyond The Shining, Duvall's challenges continued with Time Bandits, a fantasy film directed by Terry Gilliam. During the filming, she suffered a significant head injury when a stunt involving Gilliam himself went awry. The scene called for 6 dwarfs to crash through the roof of a medieval carriage, but when they hesitated, Gilliam took it upon himself to perform the stunt. Weighing 180 pounds, Gilliam landed on Duvall's head, causing her considerable pain and potentially serious injury. Reflecting on the incident, Duvall recounted the immediate physical consequences, a pain radiating from her ears to her eye. Despite the injury, she maintained a pragmatic outlook, expressing confidence that medical intervention could address the lingering discomfort. However, Duvall's health later forced her to abandon her acting career, marking the end of a terrifying experience. Duvall's decision to step away from Hollywood in 2002 was a pivotal moment that marked the beginning of her withdrawal from public life. In her interview with the New York Times, she spoke wistfully of her past success, acknowledging her leading roles and the adulation she once received. However, beneath the surface of nostalgia lay a deeper truth. Her departure from the industry was not merely about aging or losing interest, but about enduring a form of violence. When pressed to explain this statement, Duvall offered a cryptic insight that hinted at the emotional and psychological toll she had experienced. She described a betrayal of trust, where people who had once been kind and supportive suddenly turned against her. This abrupt shift in perception left her feeling deeply hurt and disillusioned, highlighting the vulnerability that fame often exposes. The interview with the New York Times came after a highly publicized appearance on Dr. Phil, in which Duvall's state of mental health became a focal point of scrutiny and controversy. During the interview with Dr. Phil McGraw, she appeared virtually unrecognizable to those who remembered her from her heyday in Hollywood. She declared herself very sick and in need of help, echoing the stark vulnerability that had alarmed viewers and critics alike. Dr. Phil's handling of the interview sparked widespread criticism, with accusations that he exploited Duvall's fragile mental state for ratings and sensationalism. Public figures, including actress Mia Farrow, condemned McGraw for his approach, arguing that vulnerable individuals like Duvall deserved protection from such media exploitation. Farrow's tweet underscored broader concerns about the ethics of reality television and the treatment of mental health issues in the public sphere. Duvall herself addressed the aftermath of the Dr. Phil interview bluntly in a 2021 interview with The Hollywood Reporter, where she expressed disillusionment with McGraw. Her comment, "I found out the kind of person he is the hard way," suggested a profound sense of betrayal and disappointment in how her vulnerability had been handled by someone she had trusted to provide assistance. While the world was still shocked by Shelley Duvall's revelations, on July 11, 2024, the world had to say goodbye to her. Shelley Duvall passed away at the age of 75 due to complications from diabetes. Her partner, Dan Gilroy, shared a touching tribute with The Hollywood Reporter, encapsulating the profound loss felt by those closest to her. "My dear, sweet, wonderful life partner and friend left us. Too much suffering lately, now she's free. Fly away, beautiful Shelley." His words echoed the sentiments of many who admired Duvall not only for her talent, but for her resilience and spirit. Following the passing of Shelley Duvall, a wave of tributes and condolences has flooded social media and various platforms, highlighting the profound impact she had on her fans and peers alike. The word that consistently emerges to describe her legacy is icon, a testament to her unique talent and enduring influence in the world of film and television. Fans from around the world have expressed their sorrow and admiration for Duvall. One heartfelt tweet captured the sentiment of many. "I honestly feel so heartbroken. Shelley Duvall made me fall in love with watching actors transform on screen. Truly no one like her. We lost an icon. This tribute underscores the deep connection that audiences felt with Duvall's performances, which showcased her ability to embody diverse characters with unparalleled authenticity. Another fan highlighted the richness of Duvall's life, noting her decision to step away from the limelight to pursue personal fulfillment. She lived a full life, did what she wanted, then retired to spend the rest of her days with her boyfriend. Rest in peace, Shelley Duvall, a true fashion icon. This reflection emphasizes Duvall's autonomy in her career choices and her lasting influence, not only as an actress, but also as a fashion figure who left an indelible mark on style and culture. Sarah Lukowski, a personal friend of Duvall and the creator of a dedicated fan account, shared her own poignant memories. "I've seen the news about Shelley Duvall. I'm doing okay. Shelley was having difficulties with her health over the past few months, and I visited with her often. I'll always be grateful for the memories I created with her and that I was able to give her comfort and companionship," she wrote in an emotional tweet, accompanied by a touching photo of herself and Duvall. Lukowski's tribute highlights the personal connections Duvall maintained despite her reclusive later years and the support network that surrounded her during her final days. Now let's talk about Shelley Duvall's personal life. Duvall's first marriage was to artist Bernard Sampson in 1970. Their union began during the early stages of her acting career, a time when she was still finding her footing in Hollywood. However, as Duvall's career began to gain momentum, the demands and pressures of her burgeoning success strained their relationship. The couple ultimately divorced in 1974, just as Duvall was starting to establish herself as a significant talent in the film industry. This period of her life marked a turning point, where personal sacrifices were made in the pursuit of professional dreams. In 1976, while filming Annie Hall in New York, Duvall met the renowned singer-songwriter Paul Simon. The two quickly formed a bond and embarked on a romantic relationship that saw them living together for 2 years. Their relationship was one of mutual respect and shared creativity, with both individuals deeply immersed in their respective artistic worlds. However, this romance came to an unexpected and dramatic end when Duvall introduced Simon to her friend, actress Carrie Fisher. The introduction led to Fisher and Simon becoming romantically involved, bringing an abrupt conclusion to Duvall and Simon's relationship. This episode, though painful, highlighted Duvall's inherent graciousness and the complexity of relationships within the close-knit circles of Hollywood. Towards the late 1970s, Duvall found herself in the company of another musical icon, Ringo Starr. The former Beatle and the actress shared a brief romantic involvement, adding another notable chapter to her personal life. Their relationship, though short-lived, was emblematic of the era's mingling of rock and film star culture, a testament to Duvall's magnetic presence and her ability to connect with influential figures across the entertainment spectrum. The most enduring relationship of Duvall's life began in 1989 when she met musician Dan Gilroy. Their paths crossed while co-starring in the Disney Channel production Mother Goose Rockin' Rhyme, a project that Duvall also produced. Gilroy, known as the former lead vocalist of the band Breakfast Club, and Duvall developed a deep and lasting connection that would see them through the remainder of her life. Their partnership was characterized by mutual support and shared creative pursuits, forming a stable foundation amidst the often turbulent nature of Hollywood relationships. Throughout her life, Duvall chose not to have children, a decision that allowed her to fully dedicate herself to her career and her personal passions. This choice was reflective of her independent spirit and her commitment to living life on her own terms. Despite the absence of children, Duvall's nurturing and caring nature was evident in her relationships with friends and loved ones, as well as in her professional collaborations where she often took on mentorship roles. Duvall's romantic history reveals a woman who experienced both profound love and heartache, often within the context of her artistic pursuits. Her relationships with figures like Paul Simon and Ringo Starr placed her at the intersection of music and film, while her enduring partnership with Dan Gilroy underscored a period of stability and personal fulfillment. Each relationship, whether fleeting or long-lasting, contributed to the tapestry of Duvall's life, influencing her work and shaping her legacy. Are you curious about Shelley Duvall's early years? She was the first child of Bobby Ruth Crawford, née Massengale, a real estate broker, and Robert Richardson Bobby Duvall, a cattle auctioneer turned lawyer. Her family life was marked by frequent moves across Texas due to her father's profession until they finally settled in Houston when Shelley was 5 years old. This early nomadic lifestyle likely instilled in her a sense of adaptability that would serve her well in her later career as an actress. Duvall grew up in a lively household with 3 younger brothers, Scott, Shane, and Stuart. Her mother affectionately nicknamed her Manic Mouse due to her boundless energy and vibrant personality. Even from a young age, Duvall exhibited a unique blend of creativity and curiosity, traits that would shape her future in unexpected ways. Her artistic inclinations were evident early on, but Duvall also harbored a strong interest in science. As a teenager, she aspired to become a scientist, reflecting her multifaceted nature and intellectual curiosity. This ambition led her to South Texas Junior College after graduating from Waltrip High School in 1967. At junior college, she majored in nutrition and diet therapy, a field that allowed her to explore her scientific interests while working part-time selling cosmetics at Foley's, a local department store. Duvall's journey into the world of acting was serendipitous. Her entry into Hollywood was not the result of a lifelong dream, but rather a chance encounter that would alter the course of her life. Director Robert Altman discovered her at a party in Houston in 1970 and was immediately struck by her distinctive presence and natural charm. He offered her a role in his film Brewster McCloud, marking the beginning of her prolific career in cinema. Her collaboration with Altman proved to be a defining aspect of her early career. Duvall worked with him on several films, including McCabe and Mrs. Miller, Thieves Like Us, and Nashville, where her performances garnered critical acclaim and established her as a unique and compelling actress. It was her role in Altman's 3 Women in 1977 that earned her widespread recognition. Her portrayal of the quirky and lonely Millie Lamoureux showcased her ability to delve deeply into complex characters, earning her the Best Actress award at the Cannes Film Festival. People say that Shelley Duvall is a weirdo, and here's why. From an early age, Duvall's boundless energy was both a joy and a challenge for her parents. Her artistic inclinations were apparent as she was constantly engaged in creative activities, filling the house with drawings, impromptu performances, and endless curiosity. Her exuberance, however, often led to unintended chaos. Duvall's vivacity was uncontainable, and she would frequently race around the house, knocking over objects and leaving a trail of disarray in her wake. This ceaseless energy earned her the affectionate yet telling nickname Manic Mouse from her mother, a moniker that captured the essence of her lively and unpredictable nature. What do you think about Shelley Duvall and the tragedies she experienced during her career as an actress? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.